It's only showing the flyer.
With Organization Portal, you can create an online presence for your business and manage it on the go, be it political, non-governmental, civic organization, business owner, social institutions, and so on. There's room for everyone. You can do more with Organization Portal, from adding team members to creating campaigns, posts, debates, and much more. Get started by downloading Veegil app or visit veegil.com. Veegil, increasing your socio-political influence.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning once again. My name is Samuel, and I'm happy to host this wonderful session this morning. And with me here is our special guest. I would like you to introduce yourself, ma'am.
Okay, Mosabiku Naomi okay.
All right.
So,
So, yeah, I can hear you.
okay, I'm here to join this morning section. And the coverage is about to start again.
Okay. Thank you. So this morning we'll be discussing about a special topic due to the issue we had in the previous 2023 election, where we have some glitches in beavers, which later came out to affect some of the results in some polling units. So the topic we have this morning will be glitches in beavers and INEX credibility. So we will be discussing what came about with the introduction of beavers, what was in place before beavers came, what really happened to beavers, and why was there glitches in a machine that they've tested before this time, and how does it affect the credibility INEX claim they would give to the citizen for a free and fair election. So once again, I'm Samuel Yola, and I'm happy to host this session. In the 2023 election, let me talk about my personal experience first. In the 2023 election that happened, I happened to be one of the presiding officer in a polling unit somewhere in the southwestern states in the country. So I have enough experience when it comes to usage of beavers and the maintenance of a polling unit center for voters to vote. So as I said earlier, we'll be discussing the glitches that happened in beavers, how it affects the 2023 election in some ways. So Naomi, I know you have a little experience with this. Can you tell us about the role you took? What was your role in the 2023 election?
Okay, my role in the 2023 election, I worked as a racket in the NPC unit. So we handle the beavers. So we do the beavers consideration and if there is beaver election.
So you are in charge of handling the beavers for polling units?
local government, like a ward, first unit, like rat test, all the beavers for a ward. That's what 2023 election. And what the beavers all about. And I can give about what INEC needs to do the function of beaver. And
Okay. So I would continue with the introduction of beavers to further explain what really beavers is and how it really helped the 2023 election in some way. So beavers is a bimodal voter accreditation system. So it was introduced in 2021 where to help show the list of valid voters for for a particular polling unit. Actually, the introduction of beavers was very an awesome innovation because it really helped the operation for a free and fair election. And in some cases, we know this beavers machine is actually a machine. So machine can come up with faults at any time, even we break down sometimes. So these machines can come up even after they've been tested, after they've passed through the normal testing phase to ensure a very operational machine. So this Beaver system is a device used to register voters. It accredits voters before voting on election day. So in my polling unit, then we were given some beavers. We were given more than one beavers. So this beavers machine, it will tell you the number of people that are liable to vote in that your particular polling unit. So it's really a great, like you already know the amount of people that are coming to vote. And once you see, okay, this particular voter is not on the beavers machine, you know that person is not valid to vote in that particular polling unit. So if you look at the good sides of the introduction of beavers, it's actually more than the bad sides, right? So we tend to take a grasp of the bad side because people expect so much from INEX and they believe this 2023 election should be one of the best elections so far. But at the same time, it was a best election. It was a good election. I won't say best because this Beavers machine that we claimed was like the perfect machine to come up with actually came up with some glitches in some polling units. So we recognize how this would affect INEC's credibility when they claim the number of the amount of budget that was assigned to INEC this year. It was really a huge amount. So people were expectant. They expect a very good, free and fair election where we won't even have a pinch of frustrations. But this beaver system actually in some polling units, even it had to some voting process has to stop because of the faulty machine. So I don't know, as a RATEC officer, can you tell us some reasons why you think these beavers came up with some faults at that particular moment?
if I want to really say pertaining what you're talking about, really tried in terms of the disease. Actually, that's why they make what I really finally really do. They're supposed to train their part. First of all, as a PO, need to be highly trained functions, but there's amount of backup, the beaver backup. If they call, when you export data, you can have a backup. Well context, the beaver. Glitches they made actually for the beavers, just
Yeah.
for accreditation. The beavers, what actually don't know what really the beavers or the what the major functions the beavers because targeting but majorly for the accreditation part, bringing a free and fair election. So our normal paper type and see that election is not mostly free. For this accreditation and voters, how many voters you have in that particular unit? Share with the beavers, the person cannot that really fried. But the that's where the glitches came about. Beavers it work 100% accreditation and voters because they credit the voters in that beavers. Just the fingerprint. You can use scanning of the barcode. You can use to accredit it. So like a client, someone that came for the they really tried in that aspect of making fingerprints is not going through. You can use it to accredit the person. So when it comes, that's what really have that's what really because most census are not able to do the results based on net
Yeah. The
transporter
network.
that was issue INEC had. How to trade on that day. POs then if offline you just to store it in the network, then you have to have a snap and it should be the beaver should be yeah in the sense that quick messages that the SMS will go immediately. But when there's a place where you contemplate the network, that the transmission of just should have been done. Another way is that they also did manual for the estimation of the results. No, that's not what the program the beavers for the beavers. Actually, what happened to the beavers? The beavers does not with the results. Yes, you snap
Yeah.
in the beaver. So actually, that sending process, that's where the issue is. But you know that that's not how the beavers was actually. Is it so? Is I think it's in which crash or so that site www they gave you that play about maybe okay you say as our numbers is not snapped or not sent. So that's a glitch and actually INEC really need to when those and whoever is handling the elections about when the election is not fair. But the beavers credibility, the beavers compare the beavers with the previous card reader is trying some part like this. But the other part collation. So I feel as a whole we should go into this actually because suppose this is what happened, this is what happened. So after each uploading of the they see a manual collation of the, and that manual collation is being uploaded in a different site entirely. Actually, INEC really tried in, but they have to at least think about some resolutions of the beavers I just talked about. Thank you. Any other question?
Okay. Thank you for that. And I would like you to check your network strength. If you can try and make it more stronger. I was having some difficult times to hear you. So we have a little time for a commercial break now. So we will be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
Corpus! Corpus! How are you?
We are doing fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, as you can see. We just came back from campaigning in the villages across the river, you see? And they really love us.
That's really good for you. I wish you all the best.
Wait now, don't go yet. We even saw some of your people on the campaign trail and we took care of them.
Wow, good for you.
And we will take care of you too. You know you are serving your fatherland and you will be playing a key role in the election process. So we can take care of you so you can help us. And when we enter, we will still take more care of you. You know what I mean, eh?
I don't know what you mean, Oga.
Okay. Just say that the machine is not working so we can use manual process. Then we can work result in our favor. And we may not even need to do it because the people like us already. But this is just a contingency plan in case our opponents want to play smart. You know what I mean?
You want to pay us to manipulate results for you?
No big deal there now. You know we'll take care of you very well.
No, sir. We are not interested. Nigeria will take care of us.
We say no to inducement to manipulate the election process and results.
We say no to every form of corruption during elections.
A free and fair election will make a better Nigeria that can take care of its people. Say no to inducement and bribery to manipulate elections.
Over the years, employability has moved from what you studied to what you can do. Knowledge that cannot be applied is useless in today's world. That is why at Summit University Offa, Sun Offa, owned by Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria, our goal is not to produce only employable graduates, but to graduate entrepreneurs and job creators who shine in their world like the products of Sun Offa that they are. Enroll today by visiting www.summituniversity.edu.ng. Inter-university transfer is also available for undergraduates willing to complete their studies at Summit University Offa. Sun Offa. We shine like the sun.
Hi, my name is Farouk. Do you need to report any form of incidents or injustice that's happening within your locality? I know you'd also like to update your friends, your family, and also the public as a whole. You can do this with the incidents report feature on Veegil app. You have the ability to choose the type of incident, to describe the kind of incidents, and as well to add photos and many more. To use the feature, download Veegil app now on Google Play Store and on App Store. Thank you.
With Organization Portal, you can create an online presence for your business and manage it on the go, be it political, non-governmental, civic organization, business owner, social institutions, and so on. There's room for everyone. You can do more with Organization Portal, from adding team members to creating campaigns, posts, debates, and much more. Get started by downloading Veegil app or visit veegil.com. Veegil, increasing your social political influence.
Uh, Thank you for staying with us. Our special guest is still with us, and we are happy to have her here. So, ongoing with the session, we'll be asking some questions based on what happened with the Beaver system. And as we all know, we have a supplementary election in Adamawa and Kebbi states, where there will be a rerun of election in those two states due to due to some reasons that we all know about. So I want to ask Naomi that we have a run of election today, and what are the preparations that have been made by by the RACTEC or by INEC, just to ensure there won't be a glitch or any machinery faulty in this election, just to avoid a peaceful election, so we won't have to be rerunning elections every time. So I want to know, what are the preparations that have been made ahead of today, just to ensure a peaceful and free, fair election for voters? I can't hear you. You might be muted. Okay, so I think we have a poor network from that side. As we know, we have these glitches would really affect the run of this election, in the sense that voters might not be encouraged to come out to vote when they have this sense of it won't go well. So a lot has to be put in preparation for the upcoming election. We have some states that are yet to take up their election. They are yet to run their elections, because all the states have not yet um, participated in the 2023 election. So we still have some few states ahead in this in some time to come, where we will have to take up the election in those states. So the INEC, the RACTEC, and every stakeholder in this 2023 election has to make sure no report of what we have heard already in the previous elections would come up again in the elections that are yet to come. Because I believe preparations, and INEC should have known their mistakes. They should have known, okay, where the faults are coming from, why the machines are doing like this. Is it a fault of the APO that was handling it, or is it an internal force, internal, excuse me, is it an internal fault in the machine, or the machine is already faulty from RACTEC? So all this has to be put in place, just to ensure everything goes well in the election that are coming. So we'll be discussing them affect the credibility of INEC. INEC has been we've had a high highs. We've really put our hopes high on INEC in 2023 due to the Beaver system. In my polling unit, the Beaver system really helped my APUs, because it was different. I would say it was really different. In the presidential election, we have some slight issues with the Beavers. The Beavers was at the start of the election. It was not really capturing the voters. it will take a lot of time before voters get verified. So, all this cause delay in the process, in the voting process. And this discourages people. When you come to vote and you are using a lot of time on the queue, the APO3 controlling the queue had a lot to do, controlling and calming people down on the queue just to take a beat, peace that everything will soon go fine. The beaver system, without the beaver system, there won't be even voting won't be conducted in that particular polling unit because you can't vote. I don't think you can't approve someone to vote without the beaver system. So the beaver system has to be working perfectly for the APO to pass you to check up your card, ink your hand before the PO now give you the ballot paper to go up and vote. So the beaver system is as the more critical part to play in this election. And that is why a lot has to be put in place to ensure the 100% operation of this machine to enhance and improve the credibility and trust we have in INEC. So that will be for the credibility, the credibility the glitches of beavers has to a INEC. So we'll have some few samples in my polling unit where I said earlier the presidential election took a lot of time to process the beaver system because it was really giving us a quite difficult time in the presidential election. But in the governorship election, I think there's a little improvement where the beaver system actually worked perfectly, and we had no issue, just like we did for for few 1 or 2 hours in the presidential election. But in the governorship election, it was I could say there is a little improvement. So I believe in the upcoming election, in the few states that are yet to take up their election, in the few states, there will be a lot of improvement, and I don't think we should have any reports made to about beavers in those states. So the next thing I would like to talk about, Naomi, are you back now?
I'm back.
Okay, okay, all right. So I would like to ask, what lessons can you think we've learned from the glitches to improve, and what are the things we can do to improve the electoral process in Nigeria?
What we can do to improve the electoral process in Nigeria? I think first of all, the manpower. Before we can be the manpower, the personalities, the people involved in the election need to be totally trained on how to use the device, what to do. Because what I found out on the day of the election, the personnel that is working, most of them don't know what they have to do, what to do, how to run the situation. First of all,
Okay.
the manual. I'm just talking about the technology, like the manpower first of all. It's not really the machine. Because if, for instance, the giver is working on the machine, what the responsibility of the person is handling it, what they need to do, they know what to do in terms of that, who to call and all that. Then, when I now go to the giver, actually, they need to also work on the giver in terms of, for example, some persons were having difficulties in fingerprinting, for taking time, facial capturing, because of taking time. The barcode. So I believe that I need to also work on the viewers also in terms of, and I also make it today. For example, if you know a particular polling unit is having much number of registered voters, you have at least provide like 2 viewers to aid the process, because most cases, if one is not working properly, others the second will be working well. And the programmers, people that are programmed with the viewer, when he talks about comparison based on fingerprinting and all that, there's also to try. But I believe it's actually the model of the machine, not actually the human. so they can innovate and prepare for a very better one. For the Beavers, in terms of credibility, the Beavers really tried because compare it with previous elections they've been doing. The Beavers really aided in terms of free and fair, making it more free and fair because those persons, those some, they already know that now, even if they smash the ballot box, that's not really, they've not stopped the election for that day. Because I had a situation where some persons smashed the ballot box after calculation. They don't know that that beaver already, the results have already been snapped. So that does not really
Yes.
cancel the election for that day. You can get. So
Yes.
they were not informed that the beaver can do such, can aid in canceling such polling unit results. So the beavers also really tried. And in terms of exporting data, the beavers also tried because as you are in that election going on, as you're exporting that data, ICC are already getting the number of accredited. So even if that beaver was destroyed before exporting, that detail is already in ICC. So that beavers being there, they see a backup of every data that is operating there. So and another thing they should also work on that beaver. I think they try. Thank you very much. If you have any other questions or you want me to someone like in a particular um, point that you need, I will someone like it. I hope it's clear and you can hear me clearly. Thank you very much.
Yes, I can. Okay. So in some things, part of what you said, you mentioned about manpower. You mentioned about I guess creating awareness to people to really know what the beavers has the capability to do. So in terms of the manpower, I want to ask, do you think the INEC officials, the ad hoc staffs, do you think they were trained enough to properly handle the beavers machine? Because we keep saying the beavers have some, faulty issues. They have some this, they have some that. Some faults might actually come from the APU, the assistant presiding officer, that is handling it. So, do you think the INEC officials are really trained? Like the training was really given a lot of time and enough instructions was passed to the INEC officials. Do you think the training really was good enough for the INEC officials?
Okay. When we talk about INEC officials, they really do what I think the ad hoc INEC staff. That's what I want to say on the ad hoc INEC staff. The people they train the PO, APO1, AP2, AP3. And there's a time
Yes.
there was manpower, short of manpower. Some persons might just decide that they are not working again. You notice some units, just two persons that want to handle that to ensure that election for that unit was successful. Some persons, a day of election, decide not to work again. And when you're short of manpower, it's not just the beavers now that is even in place. Most persons have that challenge. Okay. And apart from that,
Yeah. Yes.
they did not really train the ad hoc staff very well in terms of handling the beavers. I
Yeah,
think
that's another part we should really look at.
the
Yes.
training section, training part of it. And apart from the training part and the awareness of what the beaver is how to do it, there's also they had sort of staff. And majorly, the major group also is pertaining uploading of results. That was last site that was created for uploading of results, like network jam.
Exactly.
That really affected the votes. Most people were just agitated, courses, and so it's not how even people managing the election also try in their own way of handling the situation to prevent riots and all this destruction and all that to enable peaceful elections. And I believe that the beavers also tried in making some scenario of peace in the environment because they know that these beavers was also trying actually making it free and fair. Because they believe that if you did not pass through that beaver, you should not vote. You get. It also
Yes.
helps this overvoting and previously there's what you have overvoting, counting of so many unit elections you get. But this
Yeah.
really helps. Mm. So but INEC should really work on that in terms of that result uploading and the site and also the e-transmission they make. They should make it that it should go directly when you are using the e-transmission app. There's an e-transmission app in the device.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So once the CEO log in, it will ensure that once it's live, that network should be balanced. I think that's very INEC was having issues. E-transmission. Every other thing about the device, they also really failed. I'll just say 70% because they provided backup, but the backup was not enough, actually. They had the idea that the machine might malfunction, so there will be need of a backup. The backup was not sufficient because when you say some of the device is not working and if you know that particular time, it's likely there's already a configured device used for backup for that particular polling unit that if this is not working, or you are using the system to an election continues and no result is occur. So that's my own part of the constitution. I believe can very clearly. Thank you. Hope I was able to
Okay.
answer.
Thank you. I really understand the part of the manpower. There was less manpower for INEC to carry out because in the presidential election, there are some polling units where we have just two ad hoc staff, and normally we should have four. I think yeah, four, three APUs and the APU. So where you have two ad hoc staff in a polling unit, the frustration, the stress, the amount of work each of them will be doing would really be more than what they expected. So all these are factors that we can consider that might cause some improper handling of the beaver system. And when it comes to the transmission of results that you spoke about, I really had experience also with that because we were made to believe the beaver system can transmit results both offline and online. But we were shocked, right? It can transmit results offline and online, right?
I believe what actually happened is if you transmit offline, okay,
Yes.
the offline they created really works to avoid riots in case there's network glitch. For example, if you transmit offline, what you transmitted went, just that it will not go through. When you go to a place that is proper network, then you
Yes.
transmit. I think what INEC really did was that to avoid this riots or fight of you not transmitting at that point of election. So it really helped me. I just told my PO, if you know you're having network issues, so that the election will be free and fair, what you just do, transmit offline. So once they snap, I already know that is already the result is already in the beaver. So if they transmit offline, when we go to a place that there is network, what I just did is that I now transmitted it online. So for my unit did not have any issues with maybe the result was not correct. Everything was uploaded because I really know what I was doing. And if any racket that is well trained know what he or she is doing. And most POs don't know what they were doing actually. That's also really they have to really train them how to calculate results, how to
Yeah.
handle the business. Because most of them were coppers and they were not most of them were not really trained actually that's the truth. On that day of election they were not able to handle the position given to them as a presiding officer. So I believe if each adult staff have their training and they know what they are doing very well, it also brings about a free and fair election.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. There has to be enough training passed across. If I think I was lucky to have a good APO in my polling unit because the guy really handled the Beavers machine perfectly and we had no issues with him. Only sometimes where the face of the voter won't really be captured. Maybe the face has sweaty or one issue or the other. But later he would
That
later
vote,
be able to capture. Yes?
can use, actually, what the APO one doesn't know is that if you use fingerprint and it's not going to, if you use the facial, just scan the barcode, it will go. Where there's brighter
Exactly.
light, where there's brighter light, the
Yes.
face capturing is the fast, it will not delay. But some settings is where the place where it's dark, so the parents will capture. So they need more training, assuming they have more information on the right thing to do at that particular time. They know what to do
Yeah.
to be easy. To be easier. You know, most
Exactly.
the beavers also really help, and INEC really also try, because there's some voters card that when you check, you cannot really know well, you can't see the name, but if you can capture the VIN of that 6 digit number, you know to bring out the person and enable the person to vote.
Yes, it will bring out. Yes, exactly.
And also there was a site that you can be able to check once you just type the person's name, you can be able to check which polling unit the person is. So I believe that's all I have to say concerning the election. So thank you very much.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So I really appreciate your time given to us to explain to us very well about the handling of the beavers and the cause of these glitches that might affect the credibility we have for HINEC. So due to what we've discussed so far, I would point out some what we've discussed, some main points, which is the less manpower required to carry out this voting process by the ad hoc staffs in polling units were not enough for 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 the operation of the voting process. So for INEC to really ensure and prove to us they are really capable and credible to carry out the election in the country, they have to find a way to require and recruit a lot of uh, workforce for the election process. I think one of the reasons people are feared uh, to come up and be an adult staff is the security issue, because we have a lot of security issue in the country, and particularly it is more riskier when it comes to election process, because you adult staffs will be, I would say, they will be the first set of people that will be attacked if it happened that a particular polling unit, a riot came up or something. There are some videos we saw last time during the 2023 election, the previous election that happened a few weeks, months ago. The adult staffs were really, injured, and they were harassed in some way or the other. So these things would really discourage a lot of people to come out and be an adult staff to ensure a good voting process. So I think INEC and the country in general now, they really have a lot to do concerning the security issue when it comes to election period in the country. So I believe when we have a secured environment, when we have a good environment where election can be carried out, people will be encouraged and they'll be motivated to work for INEC, since their safety is sure. So additionally to what we discussed about the training. So the little manpower we have, again, they are not well trained to carry out this operation. So it's something INEC would, or I think I suggest, or we suggest to give to INEC is they should, after getting enough manpower, there should be a good platform where they will be trained enough to understand functionalities of the beavers. Just as you said, there are some APO one that don't really know all the ways they can use to accredit a voter. Some only know about the face capture. Some don't even know, okay, maybe they can use their fingerprint, they can use the last 6 digits on their voter's card, they can use the barcode, they can use their name. So we have a lot of ways to accredit voters. Some AP1 only know about one, two. So all these things has to be approached, and they have to give a proper time to learn to teach the ad hoc staff. Actually, we were taught in this 2023 election, we were taught, but I would say the teaching was not enough for that particular job. In this kind of job, you have to go into full details. You have to you have to touch every part of the machine. This is what you do when this happens. That was not taught. This is what you do when this happens. That was not really emphasized on. All what they believe is okay. These beavers, when you take it out there, it works and you won't have any problem. That's not right. So I think they should give a proper time. They should give enough time to teach people, to teach ad hoc staffs about the full functionality of the beavers system. And lastly, I would say when it comes to the issue of transmitting results offline, online, um, generally, I think INEC should create an awareness program, voters education, where people would participate in a voter education programs. Prior to the election time, INEC and the other staffs would maybe create a media release where they would teach people everything about the election process. This is what the beavers can do. This is what you as a voter would do when the beavers is in this kind of situation. When the beavers is working fine, this is what to do. When it is not working fine, you have to be patient with the ad hoc staff. You have to be patient for the RAC tech to come over and address the issue. So all this voter education program was not really, emphasized on, and it was not done enough. So in prior to the next elections um, that we'll be having in the country, INEC should, create enough voters at the education programs, and they should ensure people to report any issues or irregularities they had during the previous election we have, so they can work very well and correct the mistakes they've had. So we'll be coming to an end. I'll be doing the curtain here into this morning session about the glitches in beavers and how it affects INEC's credibility. So I thank you, Naomi, for coming on board to give us more knowledge and more insight about everything about beavers, what happened, and how it affects the electoral process. So thank you once again, Naomi.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lastly, I would like every one of us watching this right now, you should participate in political activities. Don't be, don't avoid political apathy when it comes to anything that involves political. So it's not really, I won't say risky, or it's not that you are not safe. You just have to go into it and see how it really is. So you can participate in political debates, you can participate in political discussion, you can check for election updates, you can check for a lot of things. You can, if you have a particular, maybe you have a particular issue or controversial statements that you have no idea enough about, that's what we do at Veegil. So we've created a platform, we've created an application whereby you can come on board and discuss your issue. You can discuss your issue with like minds, with political people. We have political analysts, we have political lawyers, we have a lot of people in the political space in different niches. So when you come on board, you tend to learn a lot. So you can create a debate. You can create a debate where you have some questions and you will get people to answer you. So the election monitoring system is also a feature on the VG platform where you can post election result updates. So this upcoming election we have now, you can if you are from those states, you can actually input those election update results on our platform. and so doing, you got a lot of engagement, you get a lot of publicity on your profile. And another thing we have is the interactive map on the VG app. The interactive map is a feature where you can check the results, election results for each state on each map. So you hovering over your map, you will see the election result values for each state. So these are the features we have on VG platform. And as you're watching this right now, I would like you to go and download VG app on Play Store. VG app is spelled VEEGIL. So you downloading the app, register, sign up as a user, and you tend to benefit from everything I've just said. So once again, thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Samuel Iyola, and thank you. We would be ending this morning session right now. I look forward to joining you in the afternoon session where we come and discuss the Adamawa and Kebbi supplementary election. Till then, stay safe.
All right, I know you might be kind of confused and you are thinking how real and how truthful is our results on VG platform. Okay, calm down, let me explain to you. Yeah. The fact index works in a way we collect results from a lot of people in a certain polling unit, and then we give you an average sum of that particular result. The fact index will be measured by the location access we have to the people that are posting the particular update. If you have your location turned on, we would have a higher fact index of that particular post because we confirm that you are currently in that polling unit you are giving update for. So we collect this result from these people posting updates in that particular polling unit, and it will give you a collated result on the VG platform.